Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the main event of the evening. It is scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds of professional heavyweight championship boxing. It is for the WBO Oriental heavyweight title. It is sponsored by Burger King. The TAB odds for this fight are Dimitrenko paying $6, Parker at $1.10. The WBO supervisor is Leon Panancillo. Your referee is Marlon Wright. Your judges at ringside, Dan Rex, Tap Danson, Adam Height, and Sen Wang Thawi Kong. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands in attendance here at the Vodafone Event Center in South Auckland, New Zealand, and for the millions of people watching this broadcast around the world, ladies and gentlemen, would somebody somewhere make some noise? Introducing first, making his way to the red corner, this is Alexandr Dimitrенко!
Das Herz eines Kriegers, jeder Kampf hinterlässt seine Spur, aber du bleibst am Ende ein Sieger. Also steh auf, jeder raus, gib alles, gib nicht auf, komm steh auf, jeder raus, Tunnelblick, Knockout. Es ist Zeit aufzustehen, ein bisschen breit aufzusehen, sich gegen Leid aufzulehnen, sich dabei weit rauszulehnen, seit diesen Streit aufzustehen, statt wie Hebe in der Wärme in diesen Dreieck aufzugehen. Das zeigt auch mein Leben, es ist das Leben meines Kämpfers, doch nicht von Gewalt geprägt, kein Richter und kein Hacker, kein Killerherz, so kalte Leben, und doch gebe ich euch Dämpfer, dass ihr die Stirn in Falten legt, mein Leben lang gekämpft und niemals aufgegeben, weitergehen, wie in der Demut eines Mönches, alles ist von Gott gegeben, du zu allen Menschen, versuche das nicht vorzugeben, Gott hat mir längst ein Wort gegeben, dass er immer bei mir ist, ich gehe zu ihm, bleib dort stehen, bleibt mir immer kleiner Griff, und er hat nicht nur Kraft gegeben, sondern diesen eisernen Willen, hört mich an, ich sage es eben, aber es kommt nicht, bleib nicht still, warum stehe ich wohl hier, nur weil ich noch was reißen will, und warum steht ihr hier, ihr steht nur dann bleibt leider still, du bist eine Kämpfer-Natur, in deiner Brust steht das Herz eines Kriegers, jeder Kampf hinterlässt seine Spur, aber du bleibst am Ende ein Sieger, also steh auf, jeder raus, gib alles, gib nicht auf, komm steh auf, jeder raus, Tunnelblick, Knockout. Ich lag selber auf der Matte, von Schicksalsschlägen ausgenommen, nur diese Stimme in den Ohren, steh wieder auf und schau nach vorn, steh wieder auf und glaub an Gott, nur 10 Sekunden Zeit, es gibt keinen Siegeskranz, für den der unten bleibt, also nehme ich Runde 2, Deckung nach oben, Blickkontakt und fühl es dich schon als Gewinner, statt der Krone, Schicht im Schach, jetzt bin es plötzlich ich, der lacht, ich spür, dass ich hier wichtig bin, trotz all den Schmerz und all der Pein, glaubt nicht, dass ich vernichtet bin, ich glaub, dass ich verpflichtet bin, zu zeigen, wo ich weiß, ich bringe, du für eine Sache kämpfst, für dich auch ein Preis bestimmt, du weißt, dass ich nicht leise bin, jetzt will ich, dass du mit mir singst, Größeres geschaffen. Ich will, dass du das mit dir nimmst. Dieser Glaube ist das Schild, auch wenn wieder Pfeile fliegen. Keine Lügen, da du fliegen bist du so nicht klein zu kriegen. Zeit, die Flügel auszustrecken, endlich wieder heimzufliegen. Rücken gerade zu machen und diesen Fight zu siegen. Du bist eine Kämpfer-Natur. In deiner Brust steht das Herz eines Kriegers. Jeder Kampf hinterlässt seine Spur. Aber du bleibst am Ende ein Sieger. Also steh auf, jeder raus.
Alexandr Dimintrenko, extensive amateur career like Joe Parker, who's 20-0 guy began his career with 29 straight wins through 2008. Held several minor titles. He's knocked out 3 of his last 4 opponents. He's big, he's strong. He's going to be much taller. Unbelievable. This fight is going to be tremendous.
I think there's a bit of trust in our relationship with Duco boys. They're going to put a lot into me.
Joseph Parker making his pro debut on this great card put on by Duco Events.
Can't predict the future.
Guys ain't for a rude awakening. Maybe Joseph. Buffalo comes back here to New Zealand, put baby Joseph to sleep.
Joseph Parker with his uncles Rudy and Sue, kisses his mom, and now it's time to go to work. There's millions of dollars on the line for this fight. As you take a look at the tail of the tape, nothing is in favor of Joseph Parker. Dimitrenko is taller by 3 inches. He's heavier. He's 10 years older, but still in his prime, and he has a very extensive reach over Joseph Parker. All right, Dan Hennessy is ready to get this underway. Let's go up to the lieutenant.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event It is scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds of professional heavyweight championship boxing action. It is for the WBO Oriental Heavyweight title. It is sponsored by Burger King. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He enters the ring wearing red trunks with black trim. He weighed in at 115.15 kgs. He hails from Crimea, Russia, now residing in Hamburg, Germany. He is the former WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, the former EBU European Heavyweight Champion. He has 40 professional fights with 38 wins, 2 losses, with 24 big wins coming by way of KO. Introducing Alexandr Sasha Dimitrenko! And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing white trunks with black trim. He weighed in 109 kgs even. He hails from South Auckland, New Zealand, representing the beautiful country of Samoa. He is the WBO Oriental Heavyweight Champion. He holds the IBF mandatory challenger position. He is ranked #1 by the WBO, #1 by the IBF, and #4 by the WBC. He is trained by world-renowned boxing coach and trainer Kevin Barry. He is an undefeated professional fighter with 20 professional fights, 20 wins, 17 big wins coming by way of KO. Introducing Lupe Soliai La Uli Ale Mamiatoa Joseph Parker! Fighters to the center ring, please, for referee Marlon Wright's instructions.
Marlon Wright calls them in. Joseph undefeated, 20-0, 17 knockouts. Alexander Dimitrenko, 38 and 224 KOs.
Remember, protect yourself at all times and obey my command at all times. These trunks are good right here. These trunks are a little bit high. It's a little bit high, this trunks, okay? So I'm gonna decide when it's a low blow, all right? So touch them up. Good luck to both of them.
10-point must scoring system, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case of an accidental foul, we go to the scorecards after the 4th round. This is scheduled for 12 rounds. It's the WBO Oriental Heavyweight Championship. Parker ranked #1 in the IBF and the WBO, #4 in the WBC, and 9 in the WBA. Everything on the line in this fight. Joe will try to bring it to him early and make Dimitrenko, the giant, feel his sting early. Dimitrenko has a sizable reach advantage over Joe. Joe is going to work his way in there and try to get to that body. He touched the body for the first time.
Doubling up on that jab, using his speed. We know he has a speed advantage. There was a cheek left hook, touching Dimitrenko. Went downstairs to the body. Notice Dimitrenko too. The ref warned him about his shorts being very high. He was going to decide where the belt line was, and there is plenty of body to hit, and I expect that to be a big part of Parker's repertoire.
Well, that's what he's going to try to do. He caught the body that time, caught him upstairs too. Dimitrenko smiles, which is usually an indication that he felt the power of Joe, and that's what Kevin really wants Joseph to do early, and that's to make him feel his power early. He doesn't want Dimitrenko to sneak into this fight at any stage. And remember, Dimitrenko is by far the best fighter that Joe has faced. Tuckham was really solid fighter too, and it was a big win for him to defeat him. But Dimitrenko is even bigger and very, very powerful guy. 38 and 2.
Dimitrenko is just trying to set a rhythm with his.
Nicely. Joe hits him hard to the body. The jump goes. Dimitrenko. Body shots got him. He may have got one upstairs, but he nailed him to the body. And Dimitrenko's been down in the first round. He's shaking his head no, but he's felt the power, and that's exactly what Joseph had to do early to him. Halfway through, plenty of time in this, so Joe picks it up again. See if he can get to that body again.
He was certainly wobbled. He was complaining he was pushed down by Parker, but he was on rubber leg street.
Yeah, he got hit with a pretty good shot, and that's exactly what Joe wants to show. He wants to show all the power in the world that he can against Dimitrenko here. Dimitrenko, of course, the big guy in the red trunks. There's this first big shot to the head that Joe has hit him with, and then he bangs his body on the way out.
Not dealing well with the speed, Dimitrenko, at this point.
Well, Dimitrenko doesn't have great foot speed, and Joe does, but he still has to be very careful of that lead right hand by Dimitrenko and try to work his way underneath that jab. He'll do that with body shots. When Joe comes inside the kill zone, he's throwing, and that's what he has to do. He's looking to land another big body shot. Dimitrenko goes south that time with that. Joe goes with a left hand upstairs, then another right hand, and that time he spins to the canvas. That's no knockdown.
Dimitrenko's just clutching a little bit. He's been surprised by the ferocity of Parker, and I think he's been caught by surprise by his power.
Well, he has been. He just got clipped with the left hand that time, and he's flat-footed right now. Joe just nailed him with the right hand, the uppercut. Dimitrenko might be in a little bit of trouble right here with the closing seconds of the first round of the fight. Dimitrenko already down here in round number 1. There's the bell. Well, it couldn't have gone any better in round 1 for Joe Parker unless Dimitrenko didn't get up.
Well, Dimitrenko, he complained about the knockdown. It was legit. I think he got caught by a right hand left uppercut and then a great body shot. Let's have a listen to Kevin Barry in the corner after that 10-8 round.
Kevin Barry, Brian Barry, and Taylor Barry all worked that corner.
Okay, daj malo, daj malo opet, daj, ajmo, 30, daj, to, ništa nije, moraš ti sad. Beautiful round, hold that. Go the right hook, hold the top up, under overhead.
There was the left hook, short right hand there, Parker. Well, he rocked him there. It was the left hook, bang goes the right hand, the knees go out. Dimitrenko tries to hold. Beautiful shot, right on the kisser.
Anthony Joshua, the promoter, Eddie Hearn watching this in the UK tonight. Sizing up Joseph Parker in the white trunks against big Dimitrenko. If Dimitrenko thought he was pushed down, I got another thing to tell you. He was hit with 2 flush shots, the left hook and right hand. This is round number 2. The Colonel Bob Sheridan along with Mike Ango. Sky Arena here in New Zealand.
Dimitrenko's much more urgent with his jab now this round. He didn't get it off, and he knows he needs to establish that to prevent Parker from coming in. He does accelerate his right hand well, though, when he chooses to throw it, although that wasn't...
Went with the right hand lead that time and get countered by Joe Parker.
Yeah, that was almost slow motion relative to the speed that Parker's been offering.
In comparison to the hand speed of Joseph, Dimitrenko's got a bit of a look of concern on his face right now because he felt the power, and that's exactly what Joseph wanted him to do. They don't want this fight to go a lot of rounds if they possibly can take this guy out early.
Well, you don't get
Joe,
paid
big right hand, got him again. Right on the high cheek. Left hook to the body. Joseph's showing some nice power in this fight, but it's hand speed that generates that power. Working with the 6'7", 8", and 9-inch guys in training have paid so far for Joseph Parker. Dimitrenko kind of faded a little bit with the right hand, didn't let it go, which means he's not getting off like Joseph is. Joseph letting his hands go.
You notice Parker's distance is on point. He's found his range. He's choosing when to come in, but he's also pulling back out of range. He's not letting Dimitrenko get a field. He's not letting Dimitrenko touch him. If he can't touch him, he can't get any rhythm.
And he's not pulling straight back either. When he comes out, he's coming out at angles. You see him skip to the right that time. Now he sets up again. Look at this. Joe tries to go to work with the body, and down he goes. He blots him with the right hand. Dimitrenko saying he hit me behind the head. No, he got him on the ear. Dimitrenko not happy about it as he takes the standing 8 count. So he was down in the first round and down again here in the second round. Still a full minute to go here.
To be fair to Dimitrenko, he was rocked. I thought that one went off the shoulder. Be interesting to see what slow motion shows, but he is being dominated, hurt every time Parker touches him.
Well, he's hit him with 2 hard shots, well, actually 3, as he had a left hand and a right hand in the last round. Joseph is doing a perfect job. When he decides to go in, he dictates it. He spins the big guy down. Dimitrenko, when you take a look at the legs of the 2 fighters, he doesn't... Oh, he goes down again by a right hand. That's the second time down in this round. Remember, there's no 3 knockdown rule. 16 seconds ago, it's up to 8. Down 2 times in this round. What a showing by Joseph Parker.
He's complaining about the back of the head, but that was a legitimate knockdown, that second one.
Now, the first one, he might have a slight complaint, but, you know, when you turn your head, the bell ends. That's a 10-7 round with the 2 knockdowns.
Now, there was a question in the 11th round against Kubrat Pulev as to whether Dimitrenko may have missed the opportunity to get up. He may have mentally quit in that fight. Well, this was very, very early in the fight. Parker too quick, pulling out of the way of that sluggish right hand. Beautiful straight right hand on the temple. And no complaining about that one. He's hitting him at will with the right hand, holding on for dear life. Parker's pulling, his range on point.
That one, Mike, might have been the one he was complaining about because it hit him on the ear, but it wasn't behind the ear.
And that one over the top of the head, almost a double impact with the glove, and then the forearm rolling over the top. Great work from our cameraman once again. Third round underway.
Well, here we go, round number 3. The Colonel Bob Shorten here with Mike Angle. We're in Sky Arena here in New Zealand. Hope you're enjoying it around the world, seeing the development of young Joseph Parker under the tutelage of the excellent trainer Kevin Barry, who's had several world champions. This is another one in the making.
Dimitrenko a little bit closer with that right hand when he threw it off that long left hook. Parker just needs to be cautious of that.
Ali blasts him in the body, catches him upstairs the head to get everything working for Joe. He hit him with a jab that almost dropped him. If his glove touched the canvas, that could have been a knockdown. He's very awkward with his right hand as Dimitrenko, and Joe is so quick in his feet, he's able to escape it.
Notice Dimitrenko's just taking his jab down to the chest of Parker. He's trying to stop his range, trying to stop him coming forward. Dimitrenko slipping the right hand that time.
Joe, when he throws his jab, he throws it right at the eyes, and then he follows up with his right hand, so Dimitrenko doesn't see him coming. In any fighter, you're a fighter, Mike, you know. It's the one that you don't see that surprises you, that knocks you down, and often knocks you out.
I'm surprised by the lack of physicality from Dimitrenko on the inside. He has a weight advantage. He certainly has a height advantage, but Parker seems to be stronger inside the pocket.
There's a hard body shot. The reason for that, Mike, is because he's always throwing. He goes down and he blasts him with the body. Dimitrenko, that punch he's going to say, and he's not going to want to get up because he really blasted him with him. He's going to count him out. You got to get up following a blow or you can be counted out. He's going to count him out. He's not getting up. This fight's going to be all over. They might complain about it, but this is a knockout. Joseph Parker has knocked him out.
I don't care what the judges come up with at the end of this round. Dimitrenko quit. There was a noticeable reaction. It was a slapping right hand out of frustration from Parker. Dimitrenko chose to stay down, and he's winning a couple of Oscars. Best actor, best producer, and best screaming, crying screenplay.
He was hit by a, Mike, I think when you see the replay, you see he was hit pretty hard. I'm not quite sure what was going on right at the time, but he hurt him, probably broke a rib. But it doesn't make any difference. Joseph Parker has knocked out Alexander Dimitrenko in the 3rd round. And Dimitrenko is hurt. He's got a broken rib because he wouldn't be wincing like that.
Let's have a look at the reaction now.
Watch this now, Mike.
He was hurt in that clinch, fell down.
He was down on his knee. The thing is that the referee was standing directly behind him. The referee can only see. He may not have seen the knee down. See the position he's in?
Parker with the head control. The one goes around the back. Look, to me, that's right into the lats, to be honest. He's clutching the bit just below his rib line. I think that hit more muscle and scuffed off.
He had the knee down all right, but the referee, Marlon Wright, can only call what he sees, and he was standing right behind him. And Parker blasted him with that right hand.
Yeah, no, I still think he's winning Oscars.
We'll find out, but the fight's over, and it's declared a 3rd round knockout victory. Well, I mean, Dimitrenko was never in the fight. He was down once in the 1st round. Clearly knocked down 2 times in the 2nd round. And then while he was down on his knee, Joseph blasted him with a body shot. Maybe caught a break in that Marlon White was standing directly behind Alexander Dimitrenko. And again, a referee can only call what he sees. What he saw was Dimitrenko go down. If you go down on your knee, that's a knockdown anyway. And then on top of that, he gets hit. All right, let's go up to Dan Hennessy for the official particulars.
Fighters to the center ring, please. Ladies and gentlemen, with 1 minute and 38 seconds gone in round number 3, your referee Marlon Wright calls a stop to this contest for your winner by TKO, fighting out of the blue corner, Lupe Soliai La Auli Ali Maliatoa, Joseph Parker!
Monty is...
Well, it was billed Parker versus the Giant, 6'7", an 18-centimetre advantage on you. The question was, how are you going to bridge that gap? And you did that with ease.
Firstly, I want to say thank you to Dimitrenko and the team for coming down and putting up a good fight. He grabbed me and he went down, and I didn't see his, so like Kev said, he told me, when holding, this is what we practice. But I just want to say, I'm glad that we got the victory. I'm happy. I'd like to thank everyone who came out tonight to support not only me, but the rest of the other fighters. And just want to say, I did this for New Zealand, and so on.
Unfortunately, that happened. But for you, Joe, let's talk about some stuff that we haven't seen previously. The movement, the changing of level, the fact that you could bridge that gap between you and the Giant with so much ease.
Like I said before, we've had a great training camp. Kevin has taught me all these new things, and I feel like we've got the spark back that we haven't seen in the past 3 or 4 fights. So he's taught me how to stay down, throw combinations, make angles, a little bit more head movement, which I found was really good against a tall opponent, and I'm happy with the victory.
KB, you said in the last 3 fights that you weren't happy with Joe's performance. He didn't show what he has been doing in the training ring. Talk to me about that performance. Did that reach the mark?
Oh, I thought his performance was very, very good tonight. And let's remember, Joe's been under enormous pressure over the last couple of weeks. So to be able to stay focused and perform like that against a guy who'd been beaten twice in 15 years, I thought was a tremendous performance.
18 centimetres reach is the difference between Joseph and the Giant. But yet he bridged that gap with ease, and he really made a home for a number of punches, especially the body punches.
Yeah, we worked really hard on head and hand movement, and I was very, very pleased with Joe's movement in the fight. And even when he closed the distance and got inside, he made the angles very well. So I was thrilled to see that what he's taken from our last training camp into tonight's fight. I give him an A for that.
Joe, the question was, all the guys that hold the big bouts are 6'6", 6'7". Your first taste of fighting a guy that big and that tall, how did it feel?
I loved it. It was good. Like I said, when we train hard, we prepare well, we feel confident, we feel ready. So I'd like to thank my coach, I'd like to thank my team, I'd like to thank the Prime Minister of Samoa who's here supporting us. And I just want to say thanks to all my sponsors and thanks to Burger King. There's a special now, so I'm going to go to Burger King and get some chicken fries.
Well, KB, Joe, we thank you very much for your time. And I guess, KB, for you, on Joe, you've seen a different man. We're seeing a man that is confident in his performance, confident now to speak out. He says if he has a good training camp, he can beat any heavyweight in the world. Have you seen a man grow up?
Oh, I think Joe was very confident tonight. He was very positive. I think he's right where he needs to be. We've got some really exciting things happening in the future, and I think Joe's right at the right time of his career for these challenges. He's showing great maturity. He was in very good shape tonight. He was very relaxed in the dressing room. And like I said before, he's been under enormous pressure these last 2 weeks. So it's very, very good performance.
Going to talk now to that opponent who was also part of the performance, Alexandr Dimitrенко. You thought there was a bit of foul play involved in that. You weren't happy with the decision?
First of all, I want to say hello to everybody. I thank you very much for your support. But thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support. My opinion is this was not correct. I was down and then he hit me. But okay, you know, this is a boxing. This is heavyweight division, and it was not okay. You know, I was down on my knee and he hit me. Okay, but that was. This is a boxing. This is heavyweight boxing. You know, and what I have to say, I want to fight. I was really good. I had good preparation for this fight, and I feel good. And I'm sorry that the fight получился таким как.
He's sorry that the fight ended the way that it had.
Well, you were down once and multiple times from Joseph Parker. Were you surprised with the speed and athleticism that he showed to bridge that gap and get across with your big reach difference?
Okay, his speed is okay. He's quick, yeah. But I saw very punch. You know, I saw very punch, and these two knockdowns. You know, this I don't know why the referee count me. You know, I was in my mind. I don't lose myself.
Alexander, we thank you very much for coming down and trying to make a fight of it. We know you love fighting, and we thank you very much for your efforts in the square circle. Alexandr Dimitrенко.